Yeah, we just love Discords. Shout out Discord.
Welcome to Also Cool Sounds Like. We feature the stories and creative journeys of musicians in and around Montreal. We're having conversations about where their musical inspiration comes from, what keeps them going, and what navigating the industry is like today. My name is Tashiina Buswa. I'm a musician in the band Skirt, and I'm interested in learning about what makes other musicians tick and diving into their creative process. Last February, I caught up with the experimental hyperpop band Los3r right before their Tavern Tour show in Montreal.
And I'm Gwen Roley. I'm Tashiina's co-host, and just so we didn't miss a detail about their process, I caught up with Los3r again later at the studio of CKUT, who collaborated with us for this episode.
We discussed the growth of the Ottawa music scene, their collaborations over Discord, and the home for multiple artist accounts on SoundCloud. Here's our conversation. First of all, that was amazing. I loved your set so much.
We were stressing about the sound, but
it sounded perfect, honestly.
Thank you.
Can you tell me your name and what you do in the band?
My name is Noah. On stage, I use the drum machine and a synth.
I'm Julian. On stage, I do the bass. We all produce and do vocals, so yeah.
Oh yeah, we all do vocals.
Yes, that's so true.
I'm Thomas. Same thing. I do the synths on stage, produce and sing.
How would you define your sound?
I think mainly at first listen, it's electronic and kind of poppy, but I feel what goes behind it is more experimental. We're all just really messing around when we're making music, and then if something works out, we just send it over and make something through that. So I think the process is kind of experimental, but the sound is definitely more dancey, like Julian said.
Can you please talk a little bit about the Ottawa music scene and what your vision is for the scene?
Ottawa scene is great. We've seen it emerge from indie bands to DJ scenes, a lot of cool electronic shows. But there's a cool thing happening right now where it's kind of blending into one with hybrid shows and stuff like that. When we started, we were kind of not sure where we were placed in that, but I think that was an opportunity to explore just something new.
I feel over the last year or two, it's changed a lot, and I don't know, it's cool. There's so many bands that are even just new ones coming up, and when we were coming up, it's welcoming and cool stuff.
I just want to add we started 2 years ago around, and I feel the more we were doing shows, the more we were able to bring more to the scene. Noah's also doing ambient shows. He's been organizing and playing.
Even DJs.
Yeah, DJ sets. I don't know, Julian has been getting a lot of gigs with visuals and stuff too for these music events, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's nice that there's a lot you can do in Ottawa, and it's just when you find the spot to do it, then there's so much you can do.
There's this thing where people say Ottawa's boring. That's a classic line. But I think you just truly have to find the what's happening, because it's a beautiful thing, truly.
How do you make your music? What's your songwriting process? I was told from inside sources that you do a Discord method. Do you still do that, or?
I don't think we've ever made a song all in one room, to be honest. Except for
interesting, but you all live in the same city, no?
I'm living in Montreal.
You're in Montreal?
But that's,
okay.
yeah, that's it's been half of it, we've all been in the same city, half of it not. Yeah, we just love Discords. Shout out Discord. But I think we did one, I think Los3r we all did in one room, kind of. But the song Los3r.
Oh yeah, Los3r by Los3r.
I think a recent example, our newest song that's out right now, DX2, it was kind of the first song that we went through an iterative process to figure out what works and what doesn't through our new live setup, which is more with our gear and stuff. What we do is send each other the stems or early versions, and then do vocals, and then try it out live and see where it fits and which phrase it fits best, the vocals and stuff. So just kind of always throwing files at each other. We'll send the file and then send the BPM and the key. It's usually that simple, and then we just kind of throw it into our own files and just do our own thing. Like we kind of see what sticks. We all have the premium edition of Discord, so it makes it easier.
Yeah. I think a lot of it stems from we really started a lot during COVID. That was the only way we knew how to work together. It was just online on Discord, and then that just kind of carried through. And I'm still at my computer for most of the day, so I work, I make music there. It's just what we're used to.
I think for the collaborative process for making music, if we start something and then we just want to share it, Julian actually has an album coming out tonight, and there's a few songs on that where it was just because I helped him on 2 songs, we were just sending stuff because we usually just share our music, and then it turned out we just wanted to add more or add vocals, and then that happens a lot. It just becomes something out of nothing, really, just out of us having fun and sending stuff we find cool. I think that's part of what I meant with the experimental process as well for making the music.
Nothing is really planned. We never go we need to do this at this time. It's just oh, that's a sick song, bro. Let me hop on it. It still feels very every beat is individualistic to each person who makes it, and then we build on it as we kind of listen through it throughout the weeks or the months that it we might add stuff or remove things or change the beat however we want.
What are you looking for when you're experimenting with these things?
For an overall sound, I don't think we have a sound we're trying to reach. If that answers the question, I think it's more just whatever we want to make, we try to make. I mean, I'm not really into genres in general. I try to stay away from classifying stuff, including our music and other artists I like.
We try to always change up our sound to test new things, but it's always creating this new excitement of oh, this sounds sick. This could be a new direction. We just kind of go by week by week, and then maybe that song that we thought was gonna be a direction, it actually ends up on a solo project. We always love to just make stuff. We present an amalgamation of things in the time being, rather than we need to achieve something at a certain point.
I think especially when we collaborate, we don't really plan on where it's gonna go. I'll start something, for example, and then I'll send it to Thomas, and I don't even ask him to do anything to it, but then he'll just go on and add something or resample it, and then that just changes the whole direction of where I started. But then from there, that can happen a few times and lead it to its own thing.
Is a song ever done? Are you ever satisfied with it?
I think personally, I can sit down and work on a song forever and not really know when it's done. Especially our newer stuff, there's a lot that's incomplete now, but I know even when we add stuff that's missing, it's just gonna keep going. I don't really know how we actually come to an end usually. I feel one of us will just kind of stop working on it, and we'll realize it's just oh, that means it's just nothing else to add. But I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, even some of the songs that I'm putting out, it's I just haven't touched them in so long. And I'm just all right, wrap it up. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And even though I know, or I tell myself I'm not happy with it and I want to add more to it, I know it's just not gonna really change anything. And especially if I'll show them or other people and they'll tell me to them it feels like a complete song.
Yeah.
That's usually a good enough indicator that there's not really much more to add or it won't change anything.
Because we put out a project every year. Well, we've done it since we started. That's kind of our goal. We always want to try to put something out every year. Because we listen to it so much that it gets we get sick of it. Not sick of it, just we find errors, in air quotes. So it's this constant battle of what to change. So that there's sometimes we put a hard cut off to just put it out. But it is always something we stress about. Where every day something changes.
Can you please talk about your live synth setup versus your backing tracks? I know this is a recent switch for y'all. What are the limitations of that and the strengths of the switch to that?
Super new setup. We're kind of learning as we go. But it's far more dynamic. We can we can pull back the drums or change the kind of the synthesizers tonality and stuff. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. We had this thing where when it's not our turn to sing, it's like, what are we doing? So then we started bringing like a mixer in, so we could put like, one of us could put like a vocal filter on. Then we're like, why don't we just like go all out? We never like just like dove into it.
Yeah.
And we were just like, fuck it. We all bought synths like separately, so it's like 3 times the layering of the synths. So it makes it for a fun experience.
If you're asking for more like a how we do it, we'll go through our songs, which are mostly through Julian's laptop.
Yeah.
He's produced a lot of them, and he'll change.
There's a guy pushing a car in front of us on the street, which is really funny.
Julian will just send the MIDI to our synths, so the sound just kind of comes out of our synths, and then we don't need to play anything live because it has the MIDI, so we're just tweaking stuff live, like Noah said.
Okay.
And then it's happening for all of our synths.
In real time.
Yeah. Julian has like the bass, just messing with cutoff and like a lot of other things.
Yeah. One thing I do like miss with not having like just playing backing tracks though is like I feel like we get so focused on what we're doing that we forget that we're like performing for people. Like there's people out coming to see us, and but it's like I think it's definitely worth it being up. It's just more fun.
Can you tell me a little bit about the new song you put out, DX2?
I feel like usually we don't have a theme to our music, at least like lyrically. I mean, I think Noah and Julian do way more than I do. I feel like a lot of my lyrics are the same a lot of the time, but sometimes I'm just like focused on how my voice sounds and like the way I'm pronouncing stuff. Like I get very like geeky about that sort of thing instead of what I'm saying. I don't know, I like to play around a lot with my voice, to the point where what I'm saying doesn't matter as much. Production-wise, though, like, there's this project me and Julian really liked, and they had this, like, song that led into another one, and I was like, oh, we should just make something like that, just for fun. And so the song we made is, like, the second part of a song we haven't dropped yet. And, I don't know, we just kind of did that idea, and, I don't know, I made that beat, like, pretty quickly, and it just kind of became something from there.
I think what was special about it was like that's like one of the first songs we put out that was like inspired by our whole like new setup. The whole first minute has no lyrics, so it's like more instrumental focus, and then we come in after. So it's kind of like embracing this kind of energy that is built on the beat. That's the first time we've done that. Usually we're always like there's a verse at the beginning, but it was kind of like embracing this like club music kind of thing where like when we're playing, it's not just about us singing, but we're also doing stuff on the synth. So I think that was like a reflection of that. There's like this like vocal chop that's actually Thomas's voice. It had so much like cool rhythmic responses to the beat that it was just like something we just kept on throughout the whole beat.
What's like your inspirations right now, and also what's coming up for you guys in the future?
Speaking of like tavern, I fucking love Billy Woods. It's like my idol.
He's playing soon.
Yeah, I'm
apparently.
hopefully gonna go see him if that. I think the timing is right, but yeah, Billy Woods, 10 Tricks Point Ever. That's just more on my ambient stuff, but it does correlate to stuff that I do in Los3r as well. I just love kind of like sound design and stuff like that. In terms of like what's coming, we're working on like some sort of a project. Like an EP of sorts, and it's like mostly the stuff that we've been doing live, because these are all mostly new songs, so that's exciting. And I have an ambient album coming out this year.
I feel like I'm always taking inspiration from what's around me too. Like even my friends and stuff, like what everyone's making. Like even Laura will send me a song and I'll just be like, holy shit. Like, man. Like I know people who are doing shit like this, and that's inspiring me.
Anything else that's in the future?
Yeah, like music, we want to do like maybe it's like a music video or something in the summer. Maybe some merch, because we used to have merch like when we started, and we like kind of like stopped making merch because we want to like try to make them a bit more personalized. Maybe like trinkets and stuff. I don't know. I feel like try to get away from like mass-produced T-shirts thing. Yeah, I think that's one thing that we always try to like avoid.
For a while, what we were doing was like Thomas would go to like a thrift store and like pick up T-shirts, and then like we would just sew on them or like do anything like individually, and they're all like unique and one of one, and like that was like awesome. Like, I don't know. I think we should do that.
I would bring that back, but it's just like
Process.
yeah, it is a process with like finding the right t-shirts, and I don't know, it was kind of like a lot of work to find like random designs and like pay for, because the way I would make a lot of clothes was like transfer paper, like heat transfer. So I needed to buy like transfer paper, which is pretty expensive, and then it just kind of died down a bit. But we also had CDs for our last album, and like we finished like 95%, and then there was one error that happened like last summer, and we just never finished it. So we have a bunch of CDs that just aren't ready to go out.
We like posted them like as like a teaser on our story, like CDs soon. Well, like it just like implied that, and then we were starting to make them, and then like one of them didn't work, and we're like, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. And then a whole summer went by, and then we made like booklets too, like we did little booklets and stuff, and then we just didn't follow through. But maybe we still have them. We just, now the CDs, we don't know which one is burned and which one isn't. So it's like, it's just a whole process. So I think
just blank.
Yeah, like I guess you can like reburn them though.
Yeah.
But if we do put them out, maybe it'll be on like the anniversary of that project or something, or whenever we find
that'd
them.
be good.
I gotta find them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, where are they?
Under my skis or something.
Last question, which is a very Nardwuar question. Why do you have so many SoundCloud accounts?
Because SoundCloud is so dope because you could just like make unlimited accounts. For me, like all my accounts that I have are related to like my DJ kind of side of things, my ambient side of things, and then I have this like demo project called like Mini Version, where it's just like outtakes from like vocal tracks that I do for Loser or Not. Yeah, for me at least, but we'll go through all the other accounts.
Wait, how many accounts are there?
Collectively, like probably like 50, 14,
What?
10.
Maybe 10, yeah.
Okay. I thought you said 50. I was like,
Yeah. I mean, like the SoundCloud culture is like goes way back. Like even before we were making music, like there's the people that we were listening to, and they were doing the same shit. Like it was like these. They would have like 10 accounts, and like they would just post.
would you say in this genre too? Is that like
Yeah, especially.
We had these artists that we like, and they'd make a new account with the most random name. Like they would AI generate a name, and like the photo will be of some Facebook family from like 2003, and somehow everyone will know that it's exactly.
How do they know though? Like,
just because they had the sound. They had the sound that was so recognizable, and I think I kind of try to achieve that as well. I want all of us and our solo stuff to just have like that personal sound that's attached to us.
Yeah,
and
a signature.
Cool. Yeah.
I think you're achieving that though. Like I really hear it's like.
I think
really
it's cool. Like you can just post wherever, whenever, and then there will be someone who listens. Like I think getting to a point like that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And I think different accounts kind of helps you like express like, I don't know, I'll find like a name that I like, and I'm like, oh, I already have like a name for myself, so I'll just make another account with that name, and it'll still be me.
Yeah.
And like same with Noah.
Like reflections.
Yeah.
Name every account.
Drop it now.
I don't even have that many. I have like 3. I have one.
We collectively have like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
Of your own personal ones.
Yeah. And Loser, yeah.
Yeah.
And the hidden Loser one. No, I'm kidding.
Oh shit. Name reveal. Okay. Well, thank you for
Thank you.
chatting with me. This was great. This episode of Also Cool Sounds Like is hosted by me, Tashiina Buswa, and was produced by Aviva, Lessard, and Gwen, Roley in collaboration with Also Cool magazine. Shout out to the Also Coolers Malika Astorja and Zoe Argyropoulos Hunter for their support. We also want to say thank you to CKUT 90.3 FM in Montreal for collaborating with us. Our intro music is by Jacob Lessard, and the show's artwork is designed by Rory Stobart. Check out the magazine at alsocoolmag.com or on Instagram at alsocoolmag. We'll include a link to Loser's music in the show notes. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to this podcast wherever you can. If you would like to be featured on the show or want to recommend an artist, email us at podcast@alsocoolmag.com. Thanks for listening.